Welcome to the CAG. Um,
Joined.
Hold on.
Yes.
Let me say this again. Welcome to Coffee with an interview with CAG. The members that are here are from Central Florida area, which is the Dark Moon Fleet and Phoenix Moon
Phoenix Rising.
Rising. Thank you. Phoenix Rising sector?
Quadrant.
Quadrant. Thank you.
That's all right. I can't keep track of it either.
Which, when you saw it came up, that's what that is. The represented ships I know are the Cursed, which is our ship, the Chang family ship, and Josiah's ship. I wasn't sure what your ship was,
Shadowbat.
Sean. Huh?
Josiah's is the Shadowbat.
Mm-hmm.
Right, this one
Yes,
is the
indeed.
symbol of that house or that ship. I tried to get all the ones that I knew. Unfortunately, I don't know what ship you're on.
I'm not.
So okay. And I'm good. So he's represented by this.
I'm the Quadrant commanders. I try to stay
Okay.
free.
So you got Jeff from that's always here and the resident vampire, John. And we're going to talk about why. Going to start with some questions. Why did you choose Klingons?
Why not?
Because they're more fun. Plain and simple. It's a lot more fun to be boisterous and get out there and do stuff.
And I think that's exactly the way John Haverson described it.
Yeah. That was
Well, honestly, you get more pictures when I'm in my Klingon outfit with a weapon than when I'm in the Starfleet outfit with the rifle.
well, there's more work in it most times, and there's less of you. There's less Klingons out there. Starfleet throws on some pajamas, and they're good.
Well, technically, my vest could be a skirt. It's long enough.
Well, my personal experience, there's any convention I've been to as a Klingon, it's not a problem.
Plus, Klingon walking around with some type of drink is just a part of the costume. It works out.
Well, of course, we throw the best party.
Kapla.
And then there's the price of admission. CAG is free.
True.
Yes.
Is Starfleet not?
It's $5 a year, which
I didn't know that.
Basically goes to, I don't know. There are scholarships available.
Yeah. I mean, that's affordable, but a weird amount yearly.
Yeah. It's not super expensive, but it is more expensive than CAG.
Well, yeah.
But
CAG
depending on the people, it's not Klingons versus Starfleet when people show up, though, I've found.
Not generally.
No, most
because
times we try to work with the other groups, with the
Right.
Federation groups, because that gives us more people to actually work with.
Yep.
Yes.
Come on. How surprising is it when you get told, oh, you've got to go figure this out in the middle of the con? Kind of like Josiah got at Sci-Fi Barto.
It's a little less surprising when it, because things are always in flux. It's not the first time that's happened to me.
Yeah.
At a Klingon piece, someone asked to see my bat list one year, and then suddenly I was playing Molor.
I think maybe, Josiah, at this point, you want to explain to us what happened at Sci-Fi Bartow.
Yes.
I mean, what are we asking?
Well, is her name? What was her name? I can't remember her name. She set up the booth with all the weapons.
Probably Carrie.
Huh?
Probably Carrie.
Is it Carrie?
Carrie? Well, no. Yeah, Carrie was there. Well,
There was supposed to be 3 people.
Carrie was there, and Kim was.
There was supposed to be 3 people, and only one showed up. And basically was told at the last minute, do something, and she had the Art of War. So me and John,
yeah, okay. I was sitting there. I was like, there was a whole day.
me and Josiah were standing there, and she's like, "I don't know what to do. I know I've got her."
Yeah, things kind of fell apart there, and
Well,
we
you're
just had to
talking
make
the
something
state-
up.
Presentation.
I don't think it was Kim. Curie?
Or.
It started with a C. I know that.
Yeah.
I'll figure it out.
One
Well,
of the people I used to know from Feast, but yeah.
But she comes up to me and Josiah. He's dressed in the Next Generation Klingon. Christine, okay.
No, Christine wasn't. Well,
No,
Christine wasn't there.
no,
it
Christine
wasn't
wasn't there.
Christine.
Christine was coordinating from afar. She wasn't able to make it that year.
Yeah. We won't go there.
I didn't do it.
Anyway, yeah, she. I made sure they had a copy of The Art of War, and I think it was the first time I was away from that booth in hours.
I think it's Carrie.
Okay, well,
Yeah, it was Carrie.
anyway, yeah, the 2 ladies from Kalaw that were there, yeah, they did okay. I helped out with an award ceremony later.
But we did the award, the beginning where we presented the ambassador thing with Starfleet, and you presented the ambassador thing to Sean and Lori. And then I changed into my TOS outfit, and Josiah was in his TNG, and she comes up and says, "They handed me this. I'm not exactly sure what to do." And I said,
Go ahead.
I said, well, we can go up and guard you, and you could do the Art of War that way.
Yeah, and we were hype men. That's kind of important too. You gotta hype it. Because if you
So
just
we
read
went
through
up-
the book,
We went up and screamed and stomped, and then she read, and everybody cheered. It was supposed to be Klingon singers.
was that, it?
was what
I
was
don't
scheduled.
know. I had no idea what it was supposed to be.
It was supposed to be Klingon opera.
Have you guys heard Klingon opera?
Nope.
Be glad they didn't do it.
Yeah, they would have.
You heard
People would have
Klingon?
been. They would have been holding their ears and running away.
You heard
gotta
Klingon K-pop?
That is better than Klingon opera.
That
I
was
actually thought-
hilarious.
I thought that was hilarious. Yeah, in that episode of Strange New Worlds.
I definitely did not expect a boy band.
Yeah, I was full on like, okay, they're gonna do opera now, and they just straight.
In fact, the captain of the Klingon ship, if anybody is interested, was the gentleman who played the chief engineer on the Enterprise the year before.
The Anar, I'm trying to remember what his character's name was. Started with the B, I think.
This is Klingon music.
Well, you have to
That
look
is
it
the
up.
Klingon warrior.
I can't hear anything.
Really?
No.
No, we can't hear it, Mark.
You can't hear this at all.
We hear a little bit of like muddling.
All right,
Wow.
Teresa. Okay, that's
Maybe we
Teresa
should-
that is commenting, by the way.
Okay, because all I see are Facebook user and everyone.
Right. In order to do it, I think you go to streamyard.com/Facebook and it allows you to show your face, but not many people do it. So I went through the 3 broadcasts to real quick find out. But
Okay.
that's Teresa.
Well, Teresa, I just have to say, can you sew those gold Klingon costumes for everyone?
The K-pop
Wow.
costumes.
Bingo!
I'm dying by my TNG. But yeah, those are cool. Those ones are pretty cool. The new ones.
Yeah.
So basically, we get up there and we have to all start off to the right?
Yeah, we'd have to finish. We'd have
And then
to
it's a
finish the
jump to the
song too,
left.
because they only did like one verse.
Right.
So we have to figure out the rest of the song.
She said we could do it in regular costume. But for
Absolutely.
those of you that have not used StreamYard, what we like about it is we can actually interact with people. What is it? The other one, not Stream.
There's all kinds.
The other one everybody uses that you can use like 100 people in the dang thing.
The one for work that everyone uses.
Soon?
It doesn't give you where you can actually interact with people. And another thing you can do is you can actually broadcast it to a YouTube page, or as a guest, you have the option of actually broadcasting it to a different page that you're an administrator of.
Swords
Jeff,
of fun.
You're
I
absolutely right.
definitely agree.
So
Sure,
Jeff is
sure,
actually
fine.
broadcasting it to his YouTube. That's why it popped over and shows Jeff. He's actually commenting from his YouTube. The other thing is there's the private chat where anybody that pops in can talk into the private chat and let us know or get commands.
Alright. I will be right back.
But how long have y'all been in CAG? No, it's
7
longer
years.
than me.
Well,
Years?
let's see. For most of the feast, I was most of the history of the feast. I was in CAG. So they closed it, or not CAG. I mean Claw. And then I switched over when I met John.
You might say you clawed your way up to CAG.
Yeah, I sure did. Yeah, Claw started taking all the fun out of the room, and they started their ships started being dry docked. A lot of them just stopped doing anything, which
Well, I
was
think
kind of dumb.
I think they took a lot of inspiration from the Honor Harrington, the Mandalorian, Royal Mandalorian Navy playbook.
Yeah,
I heard about a lot of tests you had to get for promotions. And that's
Right.
what the Royal Mandalorian Navy does.
Holy cow.
there
For
you
each
go.
promotion.
Now, we did have one person from Claw at the movie theater.
Yes, we did.
Kim
Of
Of
Corbin.
course,
Kim goes to everything. Kim is
Yeah.
real active.
And
she's got a
Which is
business too.
Mhm.
what was special about that day? It was her birthday.
Mhm.
No, her birthday was the next weekend.
Well, yeah, but she did.
This
Yeah.
weekend.
Get early.
Yeah.
She
So-
had it.
Yeah, we celebrated a week early. And like everybody said, Kim comes to everything. She stops by, says, "Hey,
Yes.
how everybody doing?"
All right, it's always a good time to see Kim.
So
Right.
Kim, and is it her sister that does the business with her? There's two of them that normally are there. Or is it her mom? Her mom was there that night, right? We helped her get in.
I have no idea, Sean.
That's their mother. Super
But
nice lady.
it's one of those things, everybody from this area kind of works together. Doesn't matter what organization, they still help each other. Is one thing that I've noticed. Now, I don't know many of the Claw outside of her myself, so I haven't interacted with a whole lot of them.
I haven't seen a whole lot of them since Feast ended, to be honest.
Okay,
Yeah,
wait, what was Feast Day, since you keep mentioning it?
Klingon Feast was a small Klingon-focused con that ended in 2019. I know that because I've got an award I got from that
Hold
year,
on.
so I was just looking at it.
Hold on,
Yep.
I'll pop you up so that you can.
Oh, yeah. It ended in 2019 with the title of All Good Things. You know, like the end of TNG.
right.
This is a bit of Latinum I got at the last year because we did a game called Triple Toss, and we were told that the rules were you couldn't stand up from a chair and you had to throw the tribbles into a bunch of baskets, but those were the only rules stated. And so I conferred with my team, and when we started up, we held on to the chairs and scooted them all the way up to the baskets. They didn't give us the win. They made us do it again, but they gave me that for creativity. A bit of gold pressed platinum.
Oh, you scooted the chair up?
Mm-hmm. They didn't say anything about it, so we just scooted the chairs up and dropped them in.
So,
That's
Captain Kirk, you changed the rules.
But yeah,
And as we mentioned,
yeah.
Drew's saying hi. He's over in Sarasota for the
Hey, Drew.
stand-up paddleboard state Special Olympics
Special
contest.
Olympics. Okay.
Which, if you went to Sci-Fi Bartow the last 2 years, the miniature Klingon
Mm-hmm.
Tori is
Yeah,
the
his
one
daughter,
that's
right?
competing. Yep. So they Special Olympics announced we are not going to be doing the competition in the middle of the day like we planned because it's too hot. We were like, no kidding.
I see the logic in that, at least.
Is
You
it
doing
any
something
cooler right
outside?
now?
A little.
It's a little bit.
Yeah.
They were wanting to start the competition at 2:00 in the afternoon.
I was working at 2 in the afternoon outside, and that sucked. So
Yeah.
That's
So
a huge
they would
day.
be on a paddleboard above water at 2:00 in the afternoon.
might as well be in the water with the humidity they'd be dealing with at that point.
Yeah. So at least they changed it. So I was supposed to be here first thing in the morning, and they were going to be gone after I got off work. And they were like, "Yeah, they changed it yesterday." I'm like, "Oh, that's good." But Tori's been doing that. She swims and she does equestrian. So she's a little bit busy with the Special Olympics. She said something. I think she's learning a song in Klingon.
Sean, at
Yeah.
Phantom, we will be taking donations for Special Olympics.
So
Just
look
so
for
you
the
know.
teddy bear, I believe it is. Mark.
Yep.
Yeah, teddy bear. We're feeding a teddy bear for Special
Yes.
Olympics.
You're feeding a teddy bear for Special
Yes.
Olympics.
I'll show it to him.
Okay, I gotta ask, how exactly are we getting the money in the teddy bear?
We're Klingons. We've got a hole in its head.
Okay, that works.
You just grab a Ferengi, flip him over, and shake him a bit over it. It'll be fine.
Please
There
don't.
it is, guys.
Oh, okay. He's got a little animal cracker jar.
Yeah.
It's not little, trust me. This thing is about 2 feet tall.
Do me a favor. Don't do that to our Ferengi. She's nice.
I was gonna ask about that. I saw the Ferengi at Sci-Fi Barto, but I didn't get a chance to talk to her, and I wanted to see if anyone knew who that was.
She's actually part of Starfleet Engineering and the Andromeda ship.
Okay.
Mhm.
And Josiah, I hate to break it to you, but if they're Ferengi, what are the chances any Latinum is going to be loose in their pocket? They're going to hang on to it so tight.
She is also one of the few female Ferengis that's not naked.
Hmm.
But
That's a lot of business.
when I first met her, we went down to Southwest Florida Con 2 years ago. And
I haven't been there in years.
She didn't put on the full garb at Sci-Fi Barto because it was too hot.
I understand that.
And she put the head on, but she didn't put the mouth. But she had taken a picture at another con with Chase Masterson in the full Ferengi gear.
Mm-hmm.
And at Sci-Fi Barto, Chase was there with Drew's smoking partner.
Was it Max?
Hold on.
Max Brothers?
No, it's
Rom? That was Max. Her significant other. Oh,
it will come to me
it will.
because
Unfortunately, the same weekend that we are going to be at Phantasm,
yeah,
up in, was it Jacksonville, John?
St. Augustine.
St. Augustine. J.G. Heffler and Max Groden, Jeffrey Combs and Armin Shimmerman, who's still the head of SAG, by the way, are going to be at the St. Augustine Golf Village Resort.
And if anybody runs into Jeffrey Combs, do not ask him about Edgar Allan Poe unless you know your stuff, because he's a scholar on him.
quote the Raven, nevermore.
What event is that going to be?
Same weekend as Phantasms, 15 through 17.
He's looking for a name. We don't know
looking.
the name at this point, Josiah.
Okay.
We just know that that's when it's happening, and that's where it's happening. And since St. Augustine is on the other side of Florida, we didn't think he'd be interested.
I'm just curious. I mean, it's a long drive to get over to St. Augustine,
Yes, it is.
but
All the
it sounds
city-
like he's got some star power going. And I've got a friend that's a Trekkie over in St. Augustine, so I figured I could pass the word if I knew the name at least.
Well, Google it. It's a recognized verb now.
You can go to any of the convention sites and they're going to have it.
Yeah, I've gone to the convention. Actually, I think I still have a convention site up here. I just need to know which one it is. Okay. So it would be September.
September 15th through the 17th.
So it is either Megaplex or Ancient City Con.
I think September's Ancient City.
Yeah, both of those are. Yeah, both of the ones I mentioned are in September. Wolf Gulch Village Renaissance. Yep, that's it.
That's it.
All right,
Well,
I'll pass the word along.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, it's a friend and a Trekkie I've seen at a couple different cons. Lives in St. Augustine. He always makes the trek over to this side.
Dang it. I'm trying to. Her page has a different. It's not her name on it. And I know her. It starts with a T.
Now I'm Googling.
Who are you looking for?
Drew's smoking partner.
Well, ask Drew.
He was just on.
Well,
Yeah.
he's done now, but yeah, he's at a Special Olympics event right now. They have him on as a coordinator and a referee and all sorts of good stuff.
Hey, they have after hours events. Cool.
Mhm.
I like when cons have those.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Where I grew up, in the Midwest, you had a con. There was always something going on
Yeah.
after hours.
You
Because
was-
in the literary world, after 9 p.m., that's when the room parties start.
You'd
Yeah.
hope, but a lot of local cons don't really go that way. They
Yeah, they
skew
do the
towards-
1 day cons.
I've found down here in Florida, you don't see it after hours activity.
It's because
Yeah,
Midwest.
but
yeah, they skew towards family cons, family content, so they figure they probably aren't making money that late.
Well, we can plan October 14th. It's done by 5. That means we can pack up by 6 and do something afterwards. However,
What-
Sci-Fi Bartow getting there at 6:30 in the morning, setting up till 12, and then
Mhm.
tearing down till 10 o'clock at night, I was done.
And then driving home.
Yeah,
yeah,
I literally went back to Drew's house, backed the trailer up, looked at him, and said, "I will unload this crap tomorrow." He had a Special Olympics thing, so I had to unload it myself. So I took the chair out and everything and put it in the shed. I was so spent that when I passed out and woke up, I was having trouble just sitting at the table. That's how busy I was. And I didn't realize how big that con was until I walked to get food.
That's when you know.
We were at one side of the con and the food was at the other.
Well,
And it was so-
gentlemen, I'm going to have to say goodbye night. Something's come up, so I will talk to you later, okay?
Drive safely.
What?
Thank you.
All right, Uncle. Take care.
Drew hasn't seen it, or Tracy, Coach. Basically, I went out to go get one of the people that was late because his tires blew on his van, and he's disabled. So I'm helping him get inside, and all of a sudden, there's Drew and Tracy standing at the thing, going. I'm like, I thought you were watching the booth, and come to find out, she grabbed him and said, "Let's go smoke." And I'm like, okay, that works. So they became friends. Let me see if I can pop this up.
Yeah, she's got more energy than Tracy. I know.
Huh?
You're talking
What
about
did you-
Tracy Hill. He did the piece too.
Yeah.
Small universe.
But on Facebook, her page doesn't say Tracy as the title.
No, there's a reason.
I don't think it was Tracy Hill. I don't think she was at Sci-Fi Bartow.
No, Tracy,
Yeah, it's a different Tracy.
Southwest Florida Con.
Oh, okay, it's a different. I thought we were talking about Bartow still. Sorry. Yeah, it
You
might have
need to
been
make a series of signs, Sean, so that when you change topics, you can hold it up and we all know where we're at.
Yeah.
there. I don't think that's workable.
Drink.
Yeah, I'm showing you guys a T-shirt from the last Spooky Empire. That's actually the hotel where Fantastic is going to be. The double tree across from Universal Studios.
Yeah. If you go to Starfleet International's YouTube page, there is an interview with Martok, the actor that played Martok. On the way to the movie, I was sitting there listening to it because they were broadcasting. It took me a minute because all I saw was a beard, a white beard, and a skinny guy. He is so much skinnier than his character was.
Well, that's the point of the armor.
No.
Yeah.
He's tiny compared to what he was when he was playing Martok.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he will. He will. They had an incident last year that he had nothing to do with, and he will not go back to Vegas.
Oh,
ever.
really?
Yeah, because well, how can I put this politely? He thinks the people that were running it were a bunch of idiots.
That's polite.
That's about it. Yeah, I mean, I could get more colorful, but I won't.
Or you could say talks, you know.
Absolutely. Well, no, yeah, well, yeah.
The nice thing about Klingon cursing is
Well, it
nobody
wasn't-
knows what you're saying.
Pretty much.
It's kind of like sign language.
So, I've got a question. Where's the coffee?
Yeah. Where's the coffee, Sean?
Oh, you got
Order.
it. Okay. Where's the Roctagino?
There is a girl on TikTok that did a rap with all the different drinks from Star Trek.
Oh, did she?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She also did the engineering one.
Okay, I can think of 3 drinks from Trek.
Oh, no, there's a lot more.
Okay.
Oh, there is a lot more. I've made like 6 mixes already, but I got to the point where there's not a lot that doesn't look exactly like something else, so I stopped.
Yeah, Josiah, I'm afraid you were a little young for it, but we had a thing called the Experience.
Yes, Star
I've been
Trek
there.
Experience.
I've been there 3 times to Quarks. They have a drink I don't think anybody else has been able to replicate since. It's called a Warp Core Breach.
I don't know if anyone's got it right because I didn't try it, but I've seen so many people make their own recipes of Warp Core Breach.
Yeah.
So I
It-
couldn't say.
It's a great drink. It's one you enjoy through your whole experience there. But yeah,
I think-
it's not something to chug.
I think there's your
Trying to find the
opportunity,
right one.
Josiah. If you can come up with a formula for a warp core breach that is tasty enough that people won't think, this ain't like Quarks.
That's
Yeah.
the problem. I don't have corks to base it off of. As you said, I
Yeah.
was too young to go.
It's,
So I
it's
could make-
gone. You can do whatever you want.
Yeah, I could,
Right.
but then I'm fighting nostalgia, my guy. You can't
Hold
win
on.
with that fight. I could make something that, perfect. And I'd be fighting the nostalgia on that. I'm not going to win that fight.
I
Yeah.
don't think there's enough people to worry about that kind
Uh-oh.
of nostalgia.
Uh-oh. Something's happening.
Yep. Somebody's got a timer going. I saw TikTok.
tea hot, replicate, don't need no teapot. Janeway likes coffee, she'll fly in nebula clouds just to find it. Archer
Oh yeah, that's that TikTok chick.
hot wreck to Genos or Cisco. Ramen and ale will get you wasted. Work for a free check, work sensation. Klingon blood wine, sweet like candy. That shit bites up Sarian brandy. Rising my tie got me flying. 1-0 desperate and I'm 9 and I'll be lining them up like Guinan. At 10 forward, get inside it.
My visual processors in motor cortex. Neural malfunction.
I'm on the starship in that hard shit. Starts at the bottom of the bar and our shit. Never get ripped, but you know we're gonna sit when a Vinny 46 check toe good card hits. Oh no, here I go. Now I'm flowing in the speed like Odo, Verso, Quattro. Thought so, because I can translate shit like Sato. Give me in the Congo, sitting on the Dabo, in the Hollow, Sherlocko, Shikosaki, Shadbo, but we're not though. We're in the cosmos. Back there dealing with the space fish Dabo. Mighty big five-foot bomb. Only a little bit of that Canuckian rum. Federation credits or Latin Porks at the bar for a 2 for once, and I don't want them, they'll give me raw. I don't even need a straw. Pour them drinks, fizz and pop, bottoms up, and
I like it.
The first one I found her was Technobabble, though.
Yeah, Technobabble. There's so much of that.
Oh yeah.
Subspace anomaly, a graviton pulse. We got a catastrophic diagnostic cycle result. Inertial dampeners just went offline, and that's a 10-hour job, but we'll do it in 5. I need a cryosensor, hyperspander, neutrino probe, and a phase compensator for the warp manifolds. Cargo bay 3 is on the verge of collapse. It's got more subspace flux than the Delphic expanse. I'm going to temporarily reverse the polarity of this module to monitor electronic disparities, but we got to find the source of that plasma leak, or we're looking at a possible warp core breach. Man, I was going to hit 10-4 tonight. I told Guinan I'd be glad to try the Horizons of Light, but I'm stuck in engineering and I can't be surprised. It's just another day on the Enterprise. Engineering here.
But like I said, I thought it was just coffee, Ractigino, Romulan ale, blood wine, and tea. When she did that song, I started counting. I'm like, there's a lot more drinks in there than I realized.
Oh, yeah, there are. She didn't even mention Tullaberry wine. I've got a recipe for that one. But that's a real deep cut from DS9 one time shows up. But it had a different enough color that I didn't feel bad about making it.
No, I think it shows up 2 or 3 times because Quark's always going on about toolberries.
Yeah.
Don't get
Never
crazy.
has it, but he talks about it.
Yeah, but we only see it like once. Sorry,
Yeah.
I should say.
That's,
And
yeah.
even then, we're not sure that's what it is. It's just the assumption. Okay, I guess this is the drink he's talking about.
Yeah, that's probably the case.
So basically, outside of Worf, in TOS, there was what, 2 episodes with Klingons?
No, many more. Many more.
Okay.
They
I know
had
TNG Romulans were supposed, not Romulans, Ferengi were supposed to be the bad guys in TNG.
Until that fell through.
That went and back to Klingons. But you saw
then the-
nothing but Klingons in Deep Space Nine.
Well,
Klingons were like-
there's one liquor that showed up in a whole bunch of the series that kind of ties it together. Sarian brandy.
Oh yeah.
I've just I've got a mix for that, by the way, but I can't find my bottles. It's driving me nuts. I have one of the bottles that they used for it, and after I moved, it disappeared.
Yeah, George Dickel. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, the
I've
Dickel
got the
limited
bottle,
edition
not a
time
cork.
thing. Yeah, it doesn't.
Yeah, don't forget I can't say, but Warriors drink.
What about it?
The Warriors drink.
Yeah,
Warrior's drink.
a Warrior's drink. Yeah.
It's prune
Funny
juice,
thing with
though.
that bottle is you can't pour it straight. Funny thing with the bottle, you can't pour it straight. I've tried it. I literally had to go back and watch them pouring it in the original series and see that they kind of turned it just a little.
Oh, the curved bottle?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the Sarian brandy bottle. You can't pour it like straight like this or
No, you can't.
flipped over. You have to turn it just a little and drop it, otherwise it goes out.
Yeah.
too far.
Yeah.
But I couldn't
It's the way the bottle's designed, my man.
say what?
It's meant to be slowly dispensed.
That's why I made it a very strong drink. It's just like brandy and mead. Really, is what
Yeah.
it comes down to. You get a sweet mead, throw it with some brandy, and I told people this is the sipping liquor. This people didn't listen, but I
Hey.
told them before they had it.
That Romulan whiskey is only for mixed drinks.
I've tried it straight, and you're absolutely right.
I mean,
However,
I
it gives you
kinda
a
like
nice
the
nap.
flavor.
Yeah, it's meant to be a mixer.
I like the flavor, but yeah, it's not great. It's good. I like it, but it's yeah, I'm not gonna try and defend it as like an amazing thing.
So I literally came back after talking to Josiah right before the movie started. Got in the chair, sat down, watched like 10 minutes of the movie, and went,
What a waste.
and then I woke up, looked around, went, damn it, I'm falling asleep. But again, I'm used to sleeping during the day.
We didn't get that far in it though.
No,
It wasn't a heavy drinking event.
We were actually
Definitely-
surprised you brought anything.
I didn't bring much. I think Jordan, you've been to enough events with me. You know that's a lot less than I usually do.
Yeah.
literally, I remember you posted in there, what's going on with this? Then you go, oh, we get to bring whatever we want. Alcohol's coming.
That's just because I called up and I'm like, hey, yeah, so how? Yeah, I got some events and stuff. She goes, oh yeah, you can bring food and water. I'm like, I assume that doesn't count for alcohol. And she goes, oh, we don't check. I'm like, oh, okay. Just brought it on in. But yeah, I just brought a little cooler this time. Didn't even bring mixers because I tend to shoot myself in the foot. Bring a whole bunch of stuff and then maybe one or two other people has a drink.
He's got another chat he's got to do.
Oh,
The vampire is at everything. He lives in England, but he's up 24 hours a day, it seems. That's why he got the nickname the vampire.
Ah.
Yeah.
I thought you guys were chiding me because I'm with House Vampire.
I thought
No.
he was a relation.
He literally gets or when we were doing After Dark at midnight, it would be 4 a.m. in the morning for him.
By the way,
Be there.
the house symbol you're showing is my house.
Yeah, it's from your ship that we took over.
Right. You need to put your house up there.
Yeah, I need to
I'm
take
just-
a picture of that.
Right. House Chang.
Yeah, but you know that symbol is listed as the cursed symbol. Still.
I'm just letting you know what house it is.
Yeah.
But I
That's
think
that's
this
up
is,
to all.
what he's got
Right,
showing there is the ship symbol, isn't it?
Right.
Well, that's actually
Yeah,
on
if
my
it-
house.
Yeah, but if it shows as a ship symbol, a lot of stuff would continue
Okay.
on like that just because it's under the founding, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
the listed as the ship symbol.
Thank you. Then I will accept that as an honorarium.
I
I
mean, that
literally
happens a lot.
I went on
Yeah.
to find the ships that I knew because I
Mhm.
knew the Shadow Bat and I knew ours. So I looked for the symbols for the ship itself, and it was
Mhm.
established before us. So,
Right.
and then
Okay.
I looked for. I was going to get the Dark Moon Fleet, but I was like, yeah, let me just grab our specific one.
Well, that's up to y'all. That's fine. I have no problem with it. I just thought you'd want to have your house on it.
But as far as those devices are concerned, you should be able to find each and every one of them at CAG.org,
Hmm.
assuming you can navigate the site.
Yeah. Good luck with that.
I did this an hour before y'all showed up. I was
Yeah,
looking
that's
for
fine.
all this stuff. And
Okay,
I have, from when Christine and Chris came on After Dark, I have on a USB drive right now the invasion, the CAG invasion video that we made. It has no sound, but it has a not a bird of prey. It's the Kating, I think.
Oh,
Katinga?
Katinga.
Zooming in.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, I need to find how that was sent to us. I couldn't find it in any of my emails. So that's sitting in my bedroom an hour that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, that way. So I'm like, well, it's not going to be here this time. So I set about, because normally the show's branding is this one. But because it was a Klingon or CAG specific one, I wanted to get the branding right as far as who was going to be here. So that's why I specifically went and looked. Like when I did the coffee with the Essex, which that's John's ship from England, I actually branded it with his ship's logo. So when we do the coffee with, where we're actually interviewing somebody, I try and get their information ahead of time. But like I said, I didn't do a formal write down a bunch of questions. I just wanted to get stuff started. That's why I asked how long you were in, why Klingons, and just talk about it that way.
Absolutely. Sounds great, Sean. You're doing fine.
And so one of the things that I know Drew's part looks for when he gets into an organization is a willingness of the people in the organization to help others. One of the things that I like about CAG, probably more than Starfleet, because Starfleet tells you where you can go buy the uniforms, and if you want to commission a uniform, y'all actually put it out. Hey, come on over, bring the materials. I'll help you put it together.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot different in that regards, even though when people see it on screen, they go, oh, they're these ruffians that like to fight and stuff like that. But they misplace the honor part of it. And that honor part of it is you want everybody to succeed.
Indeed.
And just like Jorn, he saw that I had the wrong symbols on my uniform, the wrong show symbols for my TOS uniform. And he says, stop by. I've got them at my house. That doesn't happen in Starfleet. Now, outside of this ship, because we've given away a lot of stuff by making it. So that is one of those things I really liked about CAG. So when y'all said, hey, we're coming, I'm like, that's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Because the last time I saw Josiah was Sci-Fi Bartow. And so it was really cool that y'all came out after that. And because we were so busy with the Sorting Hat Con, we couldn't come to the meeting on starting to do more stuff.
The first meeting.
Yeah.
There'll be
So,
more. There's lots of stuff we need to plan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just one of those things, you planned it during the busiest weekend we had, and then the following weekend was busy. And then it's like, for some reason this month, everybody decided, let's put everything in 1 month. And I'm like, what's so special about August other than it's my mom's birthday? And it literally is one of the most packed months that I've had in forever.
Well, it's
Because
the hottest
normally-
month of the year.
Huh?
It's the hottest month of the year.
Yeah, normally I hibernate during those months, in the air condition.
I need it not to be. That'd be great.
You're doing a rain dance at each one of your clients' house, aren't you?
No, because rain would end my day. Because I can't
Okay.
spray around the outside. It'd be great that day, but I have to do them sometime.
Yeah.
I don't want it to rain. I want it to overcast and just stay there.
I think it was yesterday, I was going home and it was storming, like thunder and lightning, and it started sprinkling. I
Mhm.
drive out of it to go down to my house and think, oh, it's coming my way. 3 hours later, I went, where did that storm go?
You
Yeah,
never know.
that's Florida.
And it literally stopped. It started and nobody saw it. I'm like, well, dang, that sucked. But we do need rain. We need whatever will cut this heat. I'm tired of it.
Well,
Yeah.
you can bring a glacier down.
There won't be many left at this heat.
Yeah. Well, at this heat, it'd be a lot quicker gone. But I get what you mean.
My house is going to be an island soon at the rate we're going. If you know the history of Florida, the ridge was the only thing above water for a while.
Mm.
So if all the glaciers go, yeah, it'll be an island again. We will be the new Hawaii. And did you see what caused that fire in Hawaii?
No, I only heard about it.
The electric company kept the electric on because people have medical needs. Even though the winds from the hurricane were so bad that the power lines were touching the ground. There's a video of it sparking off the thing. And
yeah, but they have
people were calling up
for hospitals for that reason.
People were calling up saying you need to turn off the power. And they said, we can't. People need it for this. So instead of turning off the power long enough for the hurricane to go through, they left it on and killed 96 people.
Yeah, there's going to be a bunch of people prosecuted.
Oh,
I know the guy in charge of emergency services, he's already out of a job and he's probably going to be in jail. Because apparently he had the police not letting people out.
Oh,
which
geez.
is yeah, they put up roadblocks.
So this happened in California, and the power company went bankrupt.
Well, California is getting a hurricane now, too.
Yeah,
really?
Yeah, there's one supposed to be headed over there now.
They can keep it. Leave it over there.
Yep.
I think we're better off. It's better off over here just because we're ready for that kind of thing. A lot of places get hit a lot worse because they're not built for it.
Well, are we ready? Because all the insurance companies. Do you know that the last hurricane that hit, they still haven't done the repairs?
No, I didn't know. Well, I just mean, like our stuff is built for it, less than.
Yeah.
That's what I meant when I said that. Like Florida infrastructure is like hurricanes are coming. You can't build without being something is ready.
Yeah, and the sad part is, when it is preventable, that's still Teresa. Just making sure nobody else, because we got other people that pop on. But yeah, this year has been so weird. Like she said, the places that you would think are cold are the ones that are burning right now.
Yeah.
Come on, Alaska's got fires. Greenland, which is right at the Arctic Circle, and Siberia are all on fire. So welcome to weird.
Yeah, pretty much.
I came out the other day and went to my truck and was like, I might have a heat stroke just walking to my truck. It was 9 o'clock at night.
Guess
I went, okay, for all you climate change deniers, you shouldn't be thinking you're going to die walking to your truck at night.
yeah, it's pretty. Shouldn't be sweating when the sun's down, but
Yeah.
we are.
But like I said, bringing it back to the topic on hand, the world is crazy, but the one thing is a bunch of people that like to help out.
Right.
And the best thing was when the kid at Sci-Fi Bartow, when the kid walked up to Josiah and went, "I want a picture," and just the look on the kid's face when he goes, "Sure, let's go." That's, I think, is why most people do the Klingon thing. Here's the big scary thing, guy, girl, whatever, and they are the biggest teddy bears in the world. Now, those teddy bears can become grizzly bears in the right circumstance. But that's what I like about the CAG in this area. They do like doing that stuff for the kids. Like you said, you're raising money for Special Olympics now. There are certain things that nobody knows. Come on, who would have thought CAG is doing what, 3,000 pounds of food a year during Christmas time?
Let's not forget that KEG sent a squad of Klingons to protect a service person's funeral from the West Bureau Church.
There's another cluster of people.
I haven't heard that name in a long time.
Well,
No.
you know, over half, they're only the old people left. All the kids left.
And
They're
pretty
neat.
much after that funeral debacle, they just dropped out of the woodwork.
Oh, I was
Yeah.
just gonna say their niche kind of got filled by other crazies.
Well, you know who Kevin Smith is, right?
Yes.
Clerks, Mallrats, Chasing
Yeah.
Amy.
That Kevin
Well,
Smith.
Westboro Baptist Church actually started picketing his shows. So he would walk over and start talking to them and hand them tickets to come in.
That sounds like Kevin.
So
He didn't know how to handle it.
he started having a relationship with the one granddaughter as far as becoming friends. So her and her brother and one of the sisters all left about the same time. And pretty much everybody in the Westboro Baptist Church goes to school to be lawyers. And all three of them were lawyers. But they left because they were like, I don't believe in this anymore. And they finally realized, hey, we're a cult. And left.
Yep.
Getting back to the topic at hand.
Yes.
What is your Sean? What is your best experience within CAG, within Klingon fandom?
Well, I got asked to come do publicity stunts as a TOS Klingon. You know, it opens doors that you don't expect because you make friends with people and they go, hey, you want to do this? And it's stuff that you never think that you're going to be able to do because we're not in Hollywood and we're not actively going after parts. But how many times are you going to be asked to come and do publicity for a photo or a big event that just because you cosplay a character?
As often as you present yourself to the public.
Right.
If
I
you're
never, for years, I started liking cosplay when I was playing World of Warcraft. And one of my friends on there, her sister, always went to Dragon Con and always
Dragon
cosplayed.
Con.
I've never gone. I've never had the money to go.
Yeah, I've gone twice, and every time it comes around, I'm like, fuck, I didn't plan for this. I don't have the money. I don't have a group.
But the first thing I saw her cosplaying was basically she was a character that her costume was made out of 2-inch leather straps. And I told the sister, I said, "Are you sure your sister would want you to show your friends this? Because we never met these people. They're from all over the world." She goes, "Well, if she's willing to wear it at Dragon Con, I can show it to whoever I want." And I was like, "Oh, cool." So then I started talking to sister as well. She didn't play WoW, but I started talking to her. And she did like Poison Ivy, and she was a dancer. Her and her boyfriend that she met after meeting me, they did stilts with costumes and balloons and stuff like that. And just watching the creativity was amazing. During Star Wars 6 celebration over in Orlando, they were the first to do the Harley Quinn and Joker crossover. So she played Harley Quinn / Leia in the slave girl outfit, and he played Luke / Joker in like a purple themed Jedi outfit.
Well, that's actually appropriate. He could also have played the trickster.
Yeah.
Hamill's done all of them.
Yeah,
So,
he voiced the Joker for the animated series.
So after that, I started watching other cosplayers. And after she wore that outfit, every cosplayer in the world did Leia Harley Quinn. But it started from her at Star Wars 6.
Mm-hmm.
And so when I met Drew, it's about 2.5 years ago. And I was at the door. It was COVID. So I was at the door at Walmart, and he hands me a card. He goes, "You like Star Trek?" I went, "Yeah, I love Star Trek." And we started talking, and from there, I started putting together my first uniform. That was the vest, the Deep Space Nine vest. And then I wanted to join CAG, and I'm like, I wanted to make an outfit, but I don't have the time or money to do Josiah's outfit or the one for Drew's original outfit that is so elaborate that he can't wear it right now because the belt keeps breaking.
That's the problem. You get too elaborate, and that tends to happen. Things start to tear.
So while I wasn't born during TOS, I love TOS, and I looked at it, I was like, TOS Klingon. I looked at it, I was like, I can make this out of a t-shirt, some spray paint and stuff like that. So I real quick grabbed a t-shirt and made it. And it was one of those things I was like, that wasn't as hard as I thought it would be. So now I'm learning to sew so I can make the TOS actual material shirt. That's my next step. And it's one of those things of from a love of cosplay to joining Starfleet International and then CAG, I never thought of myself doing cosplay. I thought it was something that I would love to watch but never be involved in. Now I've done my engineer, I've done the Klingon, and now a alternative version of Hagrid, where I did Hagrid on Vacation, which, like I said, it's something that you never think how easy it is just to play a part, and you don't have to go all out of it. You can go with what you can afford and just play the person.
It reminds me of the time that I ran into the founder of CAG, John Haverson, at Archon in St. Louis, and I walked into the CAG meeting that he was running with my ridges on and a Star Trek Academy sweatshirt. And he's going, "What the hell is this?" Says, "I'm on," and I looked at him and said, "I'm on vacation." That was his reaction to.
When we were at the movie, the one guy with the girl in the black outfit, I talked to her about Star Trek or Starfleet International, and I talked to her about CAG. She goes, "I really want to be a Klingon, but it's going to be really expensive to do."
Not necessarily.
And I said, I told her, I said, in all reality,
Nope.
there's help. And she's like, "The ridges are going to be expensive." I said, because I knew your wife makes ridges. I said, "Believe it or not, under $60. And she just looked at me and she went, "No way." I said, "When you join, talk to him and his wife. They
There's
make
a lot of
ridges."
people like that.
And-
There's a lot of people that make ridges, and more importantly, the armor.
Yeah.
You can use a couple of yards of gray vinyl to make strips, and you could use a black T-shirt to sew them onto.
Right.
Yeah, using things for bases is usually pretty helpful, especially like sewing stuff onto a jacket as a base.
Yeah,
Sleeves off, it's a lot easier that way. You just buy a jacket that you're never gonna wear.
you don't have to make something. You could just modify it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
modify. That's honestly, I've been cosplaying since I was like 18, and that has been my golden rule. I see something, and I'm like, I think that can be modified, because
Well-
starting from scratch sucks, and I know cosplayers that do that
Yeah,
all the time, and it is.
but they've got the skill to do it.
Yeah, I find that very vexing.
The
do
other
that.
thing is I am not a small guy. In
Okay.
that,
You're
there's not
leaving that
normal.
statement out there. Go for it.
It's hard to find patterns for my size.
That's why you modify. Either you modify a pattern, or you make the pattern up.
So Drew's wife helped me make that. She made the first vest, but that vest started as a polo shirt from Walmart that I wore at the door during COVID. It was the medical, what was it called? Medical advisor or something that Walmart called it. But those polos turned into the vest. And that was the original pattern. And eventually it switched over to having the suit materials instead of the polo as the main materials.
The easiest way to make Klingon armor, you need two pieces: the shoulders and the tunic.
Right.
Do the tunic, you get a black T-shirt that is one size larger than what you normally wear, meaning it doesn't matter what your size is. You can go to the store and buy this shirt. You cut that shirt up the middle in front, sew the strips on, put some sort of fastener to hold it shut.
Yeah.
You got the tunic. And the shoulder thing is just a piece of fabric that goes over your shoulders. You're going to sew more strips on them. You're done.
Yeah, it's basically a long rectangle
Pretty
with
much.
a hole cut in the middle.
Not if you want them to hide your face.
True. But like I said, I didn't realize how easy some of this stuff is.
Yeah, you got to talk to people.
And
That's why CAG encourages you to talk to people.
right. And like I said, that is the one thing with CAG that's a lot different than this until the engineering department came up. And there are people in that are costumers that have been helping out a little bit, but there's still not a basic here's how you make a Starfleet uniform outside of TOS. TOS, you get a long sleeve orange, red, or blue shirt, light blue shirt. And for the captain thing, you put 2 stripes on around the wrist and you sew on the emblem on the chest and you're done. But outside of that, like the DS9 vest, you have to make embroidered. Those things need to be embroidered to put it on, unless you're just going completely flat, just draw it on by hand.
No, there's no embroidery in a next gen DS9 uniform.
There's padding underneath of that gray that there is actually the
Nope.
regular sewing machines don't sew through the felt correctly for some reason.
Why are you using felt?
Lining it.
Why? Most vinyl material that you buy has a liner embedded into the vinyl.
I didn't think about the vinyl. However, in Florida, I wouldn't be able to wear that vest most of the time.
Well,
Outside.
Outside, no.
Outside is always the crux in Florida.
That's
Yeah.
why we try to do the conventions on the inside.
Yeah.
If Sean, if I may, personally for me, I wear one of the you can even Jockey makes them now, so you don't have to spend the money for Under Armour. They make an athletic T-shirt, long sleeve,
Right.
and it wicks it away from you.
Oh,
It's
nice.
actually a effect. I've
Yeah,
been
there's a fabric now that just pulls that sweat right away from your body.
Sweet.
Yeah, so it doesn't really matter what you're wearing over it. And if you're in Ridge, they have vented wig caps now. And as a matter of fact, I'm going to be wearing for my ambassador's outfit. I had a damaged wig cap or ridge cap that I simply cut it out at the crest of the ridge, along the bone line. And I got another. Believe it or not, I went to Spirit Halloween. I got what's called the Rocker's wig or Sportsman's wig, the one with the fake bandana that comes with it, and it's perfect for me. But I mean, you can get anything now, any style, and it doesn't cost a fortune. Just have a proper wig cap under it, and that will keep you comfortable.
Okay.
There's
And
also another. Continue, Mark.
Right, this is a half ridge that I'll be wearing, but the wig can be pulled up into it so that it will look like a full ridge setup.
I'm going to say one thing: the synthetic wigs are hot.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, there is, you can go, there are wig stores. They've got a chain of stores here in Florida called Rainbow,
Okay.
and they have hybrid wigs.
Oh,
They're they're half real and half synthetic, and they work great. I used one for a while trying them out,
sweet.
and they offer deals. If they
I
find
just
out you're,
learned.
they will cut you a deal.
I didn't realize how hot a synthetic wig was until I had the beard and the hair for
Uh-huh.
Hagrid,
Doing the
and I'm
ball
running.
cap.
I'm going out, and I leave the convention area to go get a lemonade, and I pull the wig down off my face so I can breathe once I got out of the building. And I
Yeah.
hear screaming from the side, "You look just like a lion!" Because I had the hair all around with my face sticking out.
There's also
Yeah.
another option that we can show right now.
Right.
Can you focus the screen again on Josiah there? And Josiah, could you stand up and show him the T-shirt you're wearing?
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
At a distance, I've seen this at conventions. At a distance, you can't tell that's not
Very true.
an actual made uniform.
Yeah.
Now
Yeah,
be
he's got
careful
the
when you
one-
get it though.
What?
Now be careful where you get it from though. There's some cheapies I've seen that have like weird white spots where they're folded. So just be
And
aware of that.
there are shops that do not sell it with the back printed.
Oh, really?
Lame.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And again,
No, I
this is
know-
another T-shirt you need to get one size larger than you normally would.
The only problem with that is I normally wear 4X, and not many of the pre-printed companies like that carry 5 and 6X.
Yeah. So you've got a quest to go for.
Yeah. So I'm gonna wrap this up, guys, because I know Josiah's got to work in the morning,
Mm.
and we have been going for over an hour.
Yep.
I would like to thank you guys for the great conversation. A lot of information was put out. So now, one of our goals is to spotlight different organizations so that they can use this type of setup where they can pop open a laptop and just play it at a convention, just to have another source of recruiting. Because, come on, you just gave a 15-minute how to make a uniform for pennies on the dollar.
Mhm.
So,
And if you come over to my house, we can do more specifics.
yeah. So we'll have to do that sometime and actually shoot it from your house and show all the different setups you have.
Sean,
I know
I
you
have-
have, huh?
sorry. I have one more option for you. Do you have any martial arts stores in your area?
I'm not sure. Used to.
Well, kind of martial, even or even the classes. They
Mhm.
sell the clothing. You could get a black or a white gi, the jacket,
Yeah,
the pants, and they make them in all sizes.
true.
And it's cotton. It breathes.
And Sean, the rule of thumb with CAG is if it looks Klingon, it is Klingon.
Hang on. There you
I-
go.
You were missing, and Mark saw that the shirt that I picked had a pocket on it. He started laughing and going, "That's actually something that would be cool with all of it because you got a place to put stuff."
Yeah, we've been there. That's why I've got a command cloak when I do things that has
Mhm.
like mega pockets in it. There's
Okay,
pockets on the outside, pockets on the inside.
Yeah.
Right.
So Mark is the ambassador at large. Jordan is in charge of the Phoenix Rising Quadrant. I said it right. Yes. And
5-state area.
Josiah or Jadrak is in charge of.
He's the captain of the Shadow Bat.
Yep,
Yes,
that's
he is.
it.
I said it 4 times at the beginning.
Yeah,
it
it's
just went-
like
It is good to be the captain.
and I'm the second
have to do
officer of the Cursed. Hey, I remember my own ship. That's all. That doesn't matter.
hey,
Hey.
Was
That's kind
Mark's
of
family ship before family Chang took over. Thank you all for joining us. Teresa, thank you for putting in your input, and have a great weekend. Look for the CAG representatives at pretty much every Central Florida con. Somebody is going to be there.
Mhm.
So look for us. We're normally close to Starfleet International if they're there, or they kind of clump us all together. So we do work together, and it's a lot of fun to do the role playing between the two setups because you never get the normal thing, and it's a lot of fun to pick on the Star Wars guys, especially when everybody has weapons.
Yeah, because remember, stormtroopers can't shoot straight.
I'm not
to
going to
do
do this next time.
stormtroopers is you walk up very slowly while they miss and take the gun.
2 years ago, remember when we first had the rifle out there? We were on that back 40 that nobody came to. The Mandalorians came up and started pointing the gun at me. I said, I got shields. The guy goes, damn, and walks away. So, like I said, it was great. I'm going to end the broadcast. But you are always welcome to join us on the broadcast anytime you want. One
Good night,
moment.
Sean.
Appreciate it.
Live
Good
long
night,
and
Sean.
prosper.